Now, I know what you're thinking. Yes, I realised after I did the chapter 100 review that I forgotten to have the hat on. I know that was the case, so I've put it on for the bonus chapter. So, Party Jams, if you comment, hey Luke, you weren't wearing your hat in chapter 100, I catching on to you, man. I am catching on to you. So if you've put a comment on the fit, because I'm gonna be splitting these two videos into two separate videos, so I know what you're probably putting on the comments sections, like, hey, where's your hat, Luke, in chapter 100? So don't do that, man. Do not do that. But anyway, this is the bonus chapter, chapter 101, chapter 100, or mission 100B, Eye of the Yozakura Family. Enough said. Review's over. Nah. But anyway, we're gonna have to talk about this chapter because it involves I, who is one of my top 5 favourite characters in the series, because she's just so adorable. She's not my favourite character though. Futaba my favourite character in the series. So in case you're wondering, Futaba, it goes Futaba, Mutsumi, and then I guess I and Taiyu and Kengo. They're my top 5 favourite characters in the series. But anyway, this is Eye of the Yozakura Family, so we'll just get into it. So the chapter starts off with, I guess you could consider this like a recap of sorts of the series, to kind of like get people freshen up on who the characters are, who the various members of the family are, as we get Mutsumi narrating by going, Monday, the X month of the year X, the weather is cloudly skies, Taiyo's away on a mission for a week. So basically Taiyo's out of this chapter for the majority, so that he can focus on other members of the Yozakura family. Quite interesting, quite a good idea to kind of get him like, okay, it makes sense in the context of the series to have him going off on missions, and it gives the time for other characters to develop. But anyway, we have the caption saying, Mutsumi Yozakura, 10th ed of the Yozakura family, current obsession, Saburo style ramen. Okay, can you just make me some ramen, Mutsumi? And then we have Taiyu there going, Taiyu Asano, Mutsumi's husband, protagonist. I just love how it just has the caption protagonist. Current obsession, cat videos. So what? I guess Kenzo has been showing him so many cat videos. It's like, okay, I need to see more Kengo. Let me have some more. But anyway, since Taiyo's away, Mutsumi is there protecting their home, as we see in typical Yozakura family fashion, just a crash into a wall, as we see that is Ai, who's basically this chimera dog girl who was part of the filming group, but now because she doesn't have a guardian and she's only very small, she's only like about 5 years old, kind of gets taken in by the Yozakura family, and she goes, ouchie, one more time please. So it's kind of like, ouchie, one more time please, as we see we see the caption crossed out of Mutsumi and Taiyu's adopted child. I just love that that's in there, because it's like, yeah, we don't want to acknowledge it, but we're gonna acknowledge it anyway. And she's going, lives with the Yozakura family rent free. No, you don't live with them rent-free, you're adopted by them, so come on, serious. She is part of the Yozakura family right now. Anyway, it turns out that actually the various siblings of the Yozakura family are actually giving her special training to help her become a spy in of herself. And we see that the first one to help her out is Futaba, who is basically teaching us some sort of martial arts, saying going to extremes is a no-no. If you try to create a big Aiki energy flow right out of the gate, you'll blow yourself away. Okay, so it wasn't the fact that Futaba actually pushed her into a wall. She was trying to do Ai was trying to do like a secret technique, and it kind of like just blown up her face. We see the caption for Futaba, which is eldest daughter in the Yozakura family, current obsession, pottery, bisamware. Never would have guessed that Futaba would be into pottery, but there you go. Well, I guess it does make sense. But anyway, she continues on by saying, "You must knead the air as if it were clay, like this." And we see Aya just doing like cute pose like that. Yeah, and she can clearly see right there. Before we get them going, before we get Mutsumi giving the narration of saying, "I joins all my siblings in their spy practice routines," and we get a quick little flashback of Mutsumi, Taiyu, and Ai going, just being like, "Yay! Ai is gonna make a splendid slide, just like Taiyu," and it's like the feels. She's just so good. Why? Okay, I'll try not to get the cuteness overload out because oh boy. But it's hard with Ai. It's hard with her. But anyway, she once again she fails to do the technique, and she gets flinged into the air, and Futaba says that's what you get for getting carried away. And Mutsumi, even though she worries about her, she can't help but cheer on. Before we cut over to Tuesday, where we see her just with Shinzo Shinzo trying to teach her how to use guns. I repeat, Shinzo teaching a five-year-old dog chimera girl how to use a gun, and she's able to hit a bullseye with it. As he even compliments that she has a keen skill, as it goes, Shinzo Yozakura, second son of the Yozakura family, come on session observing open air fires. Makes sense for him. Before we get him saying like, if you practice enough, you'll be able to hit a target with a machine gun someday. And she's like, awesome, I can't wait. Can we do it now? Can we please do it now? And he's like, it's probably still out of your league, but do you want to give it a try? Yes, we do. And we see Ai in the next panel just being like, she's like, it's stuck at all pilot. It's kind of like that scene from The Simpsons where Lisa went to military school and she had that machine gun. It's like, it's stuck on autopilot. And then they're like, just go of the trigger. And Shinzo apologizes, saying that he probably went a little bit overboard. Before we get Ai going, it's alright, but it's like, it's alright. And then Mutsumi is like, thank you, big brother. And then she was shaken for the whole rest of the day after that. No wonder after using a bloody machine gun. Anyway, continuing on, we cut over to Wednesday as the training now is electronic hacking day, and we see her and Shino playing some games together as it looks like Ai is basically a dog cat burglar type character in the game, and she's having so much fun here, and she's even starting to look a little bit like a mini Taiyu there. I can't be the only one that sees it. Yeah, quite a Taiyu look there. Before they go on to say, the more space we fill in on the game field, the more we can destroy the supply chain of the illegit cryptocurrency. Want to play another round or another 2 rounds or 3? Just go ahead and pick up all the items as we get the capture for Shino, which is second daughter of the Yozakura family, common section, rare game auctions. So I guess she would be best friends with Killua's brother in Hunter x Hunter, the game hacker assassin who wanted to get his hands on Green Island. I guess they would have a fun time. That would be a fun crossover. Shino and Killua's brother doing Green Island together or trying to get their hands on it. That would be a fun crossover. Make that happen, someone. Anyway, Mutsumi being obviously not Ai's adopted mother, saying like, Ai, you're only getting a 1 hour of game time here, remember? But of course, this being Ai, she gets completely obsessed with it, so that it goes way past dinner time and bedtime, well into midnight, and this really gets under Mutsumi's skin. God, we've all been there where we like, okay, seriously, go to bed now. It's like 10 to 4. And it's like, what time is it here? Yeah, it's 20 past 3, so I can imagine if someone came downstairs right now, they'd be like, Luke, go to bed, it's 20 past 3 right now. Yeah, they go, so Mitsubi's like, it's time for dinner, it's time for bed, and they're like, you need to push that at the same time, then you can sit through, there's no save point after this section. And then we see Mutsumi just grabbing Ai and Shinu's heads and being like, 1 hour of game time per day, isn't that what I said? And they're like, oh, wait until we get to the next save point. And they're like, you have auto save and sleep mode, right? And then in bed at midnight, I.e. still playing the game, and Mutsumi is just there with a torch like, go to sleep. And yeah, she has started to pick up bad habits. But of course, we call it to first day, which is with Kengo, who's a master of disguise, as we know, and Tayu and Mutsumi are on the phone to each other saying like, I see, so Ai's working so hard, what is she up to right now? And Mutsumi informs Tayu that she's doing disguise practice today, and Kengo's teaching her all sorts of things, ranging from sometimes could be a beautiful woman, sometimes could be a macho man. This is the very essence of disguise, and she's like, wowzers! Don't pick up Inspector Gadget language, I don't be doing that. But anyway, it goes Kengo Yozakura, third son of the Yozakura family, current obsession, post-light hair removal. Okay. But anyway, they say that I is still so little, so she has her limits to the options of disguise she can actually do. I don't know. She could have pretty interesting. She's got like a baby, school kid. She could do those disguises. But anyway, there's one disguise that she's perfectly good at, and they wonder who it could be. Before we cut over to the dog chimera of the family, Goliath, who basically can either be really small or be really massive. And this is sort of like the abilities that Ai possesses herself. Like she can be really aggressive, or she can be really cute, kind of like a dog in a sense. And they say that Goliath is the one disguise that she can actually be really good at, which we see how she's able to alter her skin colour, so like becomes more fur-like, kind of like a dog. As we see Goliath, Yozakura family dog, colour obsession, head copy Sutreds, whatever that are, and just look at that cute cinnamon bun there. We all need an IE in our life. Anyway, Mutsumi, after Ai's had a long hard day, and she's just sitting with Mutsumi as Mutsumi's stroking her head, goes, Tayu says, that's Ai for you, I look forward to what she does next. And Mutsumi goes to Tayu on the phone, I understand some serious heavy fire here. No. This is Tayu saying all of this on the phone as Mutsumi is paying Ai's head. That's Ai for you. I look forward to what she's doing next. I'm under some serious heavy fire. I'll be back on Sunday. Promise to wait for me. See you. And then Mutsumi's like, all right, take care. I actually want to know what mission Tayu is actually on in this chapter. Maybe we'll find that out later. We cut over to Friday as it's chemistry time with Nanano, and they say, Ai, by combining your cherry blossom leaf Hasakura, which is basically like an alternative to the blooming that was sort of developed by Tampopo. It goes on to say it's possible to help build your resistance by giving you weak poison on purpose. So basically, he has given her basically poison to kind of give her resistance to poison. Now, are you going to beat Mayuri from Bleach in the future? Anyway. He says, with this, I created this orange flavour 100 poison cocktail. Before she's just like, yummy! I'm glad to hear it. As we get Nano Yozakura, fourth son of the Yozakura family, including Tayu. He is the fifth because Tayu and him are basically around the same age. Nano's a little bit younger to Tayu, but they're basically around the same age. Anyway, his current obsession is gas collections by upward delivery. Okay. Anyway, as Ai is drinking basically this poison cocktail, she's like, "Oh, yummy! Screw it! I'm gonna drink the whole thing." And Nano, in typical Nano fashion, doesn't know what the side effects are before Ai basically morphs into this massive blob that just envelops Nano, who's quite tall to begin with, despite being one of the youngest. In his regular form, he's kind of like a big buffing guy, but he's actually one of the youngest in his real form, in what he really looks like. And Mutsumi's like,
not really having a care in the world here. It's like, oh, you bust out of your room, and they're like, sorry, the side effects will get back to normal, not to worry. And now we get to kind of psychotic behaviour here from Koichiro, where he said Saturday, cloudy, mental strength training, and Koichiro is basically doing what he does best, freaking out people with his insane spy techniques. And he's like, you want to become a spy, don't speak of it so flippantly like it's a childish dream. And oh my word, what is he doing? I am not going to show this. You're going to have to go and look at the chapter yourself. But seriously, Koichiro, I was starting to respect your last chapter, and well, 2 chapters ago, chapter 99, and you're doing this to I. You're going to get what you deserve one day, man. But anyway, he goes on to say, spies are professionals who face the murder of their breath, the murder of themselves, the murder of their hearts. If you're not prepared to lose it all, then you lose it all that you have. Then you cannot do it. And yeah, kind of having mental flashbacks here to when she lost the Guardian and when she thought she couldn't be a part of the family because she might lose them again. And this is when he gets, okay, this is when you deserve what's coming up here. When he goes, now imagine this, someone who's precious to you, something you love, you dream, your freedom. So imagine you lost all of that. What's wrong? I can sense the turmoil and despair in your body through my threads. Don't let your heart be agitated. Now then, you have lost Mutsumi and Taiyu in a cruel tragedy. You have no place you belong, and no family, no jobs, no dreams, no hopes, nowhere to go back to. And yeah, this is literally freaking Ai out, but she endures it like a champ, even though she is crying her eyes over. And she's like, keep me away from the scary big brother, Mutsumi. Before Mutsumi basically does what she does best to Koichiro and bashes his head in. Yeah, he deserves more than bashing his head in. He deserves to be tied up and basically watch others have fun with Mutsumi while he can do nothing about it. That's what he deserves. But anyway, he tries to counter this by going, but that's what this training is. It's mentally breaking a person down so that they become mentally stronger. And Mutsumi is like, have you ever heard of discretion? No. I don't think he has. Anyway, we cut over to Sunday, where Taiyu has returned from his mission, and he's basically hearing about all the things that I got up to in the week, and he's like, I see, pretty amazing. It makes me glad that she admires us so much and wants to become a spy. But whether she becomes a spy or not, I will always be our precious I. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, she's so kawaii! Oh, look at that. She is just so kawaii. I will always be our precious Ai. She is a part of the Yozakura family now. No doubt, question out of the window now. Boom, throw it out of the window. She's part of the Yozakura family now with that statement. Before we see Mutsumi and Taiyu sitting together with Ai in the centre, like a family, like they should be, and they go and they say, well, and Mutsumi says, well done on your assignment, Taiyu, and then he goes, well, I'm home now, Mutsumi, and I bought something that I want, that both of you want to eat, dog Maritasu's. And Mutsumi's like, oh, I will be pleased with that. Before we see Koichiro being his creepy self, looking out of the window, spying on Taiyu, and as Mutsumi is trying to feed him, Koichiro does what he does best, ties up Taiyu in a manner which makes him impossible to get out. Before we see Ai lifting up the makeshift spy card that correct me if I'm wrong, but can silver? No. That silver ranks can't give out licenses. But anyway, Taiyu makes a makeshift one just for Ai herself.
as he says, as it says, I spy license, Mutsumi Yosakura Taiyu Asino, and Mutsumi I is just lifting her up, and Musume's congratulating her, and that's where the chapter ends. So very good slice of life chapter there. Really got you in the feels, and just great to see how everyone has reacted to IE actually becoming part of the family there. Now, what will happen next with Miss Yozakura Family? That remains to be seen, because there's so many mysteries to this series at the moment, and I just want to see more of IE, just more interactions with the Yozakura family, whether that'll be going out to a theme park with Taiyu and Mutsumi, or just just Futaba taking her out on a mission with her, or anyway, I'm just happy to talk about this series, because I do genuinely love the characters and I love talking about them. That's what makes the series good for me. It's the characters, especially characters like IE, Mutsumi, Taiyu, Kengo, and Futaba. Like they just bring their smiles to my face whenever they're on screen. But anyway, guys, what did you think of these two chapters? Like I said, they will be split up into two separate videos. So like, subscribe, comment on both of them, all that jazz. And this will be Lashaluk signing off. Later, guys.